Hello, Adele Mitchell here, and welcome. I invite all and everyone to this reading today. This is going to cover all general zodiac signs, so this isn't for any particular astrology sign, although I do pick up on astrology signs of people that may be involved in your situation. I want to add that we are going to be looking into certain types of experiences that you may be going through right now. When I first started this video, the energy that I was picking up on was very relationship based. So if you're in a relationship right now, this is definitely a message that's going to be coming through loud and clear for you. If you're single right now, this looks like it pertains to something that's going to be happening in your relationship in the future. So definitely some good signs to look out for. And try to see what else comes through. I see the world popped out, which is good, especially for you in this case. Let's see, we have we have several cards that came out. So let's begin with this card, which is the World. And she is showing us right away that there is something to celebrate within your relationship right now. You may feel like you want to be the one who is really putting forth the effort in that celebration. If you want to have some kind of acknowledgement of like a specific date, like where is the word? Where is the word? When you've been together for a certain amount of time. Oh my goodness, my brain is lost. Anyway, so this is going to be something that you're going to want to plan out and not to really rely on your partner to do so. An anniversary, there it is. Thank you, my spirit guides. Okay, so if you're planning on celebrating or one is coming up, a specific type of anniversary, this could be, when you met, when you married, when you had your first date or your first kiss, or anything that seems quite special to you in particular. And you just feel like you want to tap into that like refreshive energy. Yes, I just made that up, refreshive. I do see that it's going to be best for you to be the one, the leader in making this happen. If you try to lean on your partner at all to take over or do any planning, you will be led to disappointment. Okay, so this is really, a message to you right now that it would spicing things up. It would bring back that vibration that the both of you have been really craving for a while now. Perhaps your lives have gotten a little stagnant and the day-to-day routine is just kind of feels like a wheel where things are just not really, drumming up this good energy that makes the two of you feel like you did when you first came together. Okay, so that's what the World is representing here. And then we have the Justice card. With making plans, it's going to feel a little one-sided, right? Because not everybody wants to take on everything all on their own all the time. But there is usually a person in a relationship, we call it the captain and the mate kind of situation, where somebody usually, takes the reins and does things. Kind of like a 60-40 situation where 60% of the time this person is the planner, the person that, makes sure that things are moving correctly, the steering that ship in the right direction. The person that is more forthcoming with, creating the future that you want to live and be with your person, living the same life. So I do see that that is you. There's a good part of this reading that's coming through as you being the captain, which is okay. But your mate, you want to kind of pull your mate to meet you at that level of, I want more action from you. In order to do that, though, you actually have to tell them exactly what the action needs to be. So say you really don't want to plan, you know, a full night out with them without their input. So you're going to want to be very specific in order to bring this justice to you, this balance, and say, what would you like to do? And, you know, more than likely you may get a response that's very, well, what do you want to do? So, because we have this balance thing going on in all aspects of what's happening here, throw out some ideas and see what they feel they would be into, right? And you're going to want at least 5 ideas. And this could be going out to celebrate, or this could also be just, what are we going to do this week to bring back that power, that spark inside of our connection? And those 5 things throughout the week could be, you know, one night getting dinner out together, one night, you know, watching a movie at home, one night giving each other, you know, back massages, another night, you know, doing whatever feels good, but definitely coming up with ideas so that your partner doesn't fully struggle with trying to meet you at that level of balance. Okay, the next card that has come through is the 3 of Wands. This person's got ideas, which is what we were just talking about. It is you. It is definitely you in this card. I really, really am grateful that this card came through right during this time of this reading, because with this change, I don't want to say change, but with this enhancement of you putting together this, you know, idea, plan to make things more lively in your relationship, this is showing that it can stick, right? So this isn't going to just be like a one and done situation, like, okay, well, you know, we really put in our effort that week and that was great for the time being, but, you know, now what? It looks like you're going to be able to figure this out to the extent where the two of you will keep feeling the need to put more into the relationship so that it can grow and expand in an extremely strong way. Because what I've picked up on this already is that there's been some, you know, this stuck vibe. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video with the single folk out there, you too, my friends, are stuck. It's time to kind of switch things up a bit. And, you know, you're not going to want to plan your 5 things a week all at home, right? You're going to want to do things that you've never done before. And that doesn't mean every day of the week, you know, we need to have a new experience. I mean, unless you're really adventurous and you feel like you're ready to, you know, do that up, by all means go for it. But, you know, doing one day out of the week, something kind of new, it could be something as simple as, let's order some sushi. I've never had it before. Let's try it together, right? And it can also be something more extravagant. But this is showing that as you start this in your relationship, it's actually going to be like therapy. So many people need therapy in their relationships. In fact, most people do. So if you're already feeling like, well, we've got complications and I don't want to, you know, touch him and give him a massage, that's okay. Start out with things that you do want to do with your partner, things that you used to do when you first got together. Okay, here we have the King of Swords. He's not looking too excited in this picture, but I can tell you that this is also a very positive sign pertaining to your situation here, because the King is showing that the two of you are going to grow in other ways of your relationship that has kind of been faltering a little bit. And this includes talking clearly to one another. There's a lot of times when people will just kind of, once again, like I said, roll into the cycle of day in, day out, you know, how are you doing? Good. How are you? Great. And then you move on. This card is really saying that it's time to, you know, elaborate on those chats. You know, ask your partner, how are you feeling today? We do a ritual every single evening at dinner time where I ask my family, what was the most favorite part of your day? And, you know, that kind of starts the conversation going, and it makes people think, and it's a very personal thing to do as well. The other thing I do is, you know, I ask, what are you grateful for? We all go around the table and we say what we're grateful for. We do that every single night. So making things really personal with your partner, getting them to talk more to you, and kind of, you know, enhancing, building upon what you know is already there, but maybe has gotten buried a little bit by, you know, the scheduling and the mundane schedules, you know, the day-to-day stuff. It can just get buried. I wanted to choose another card. Where did the deck go? Ah, right here. I'm always hiding it on myself. And this one I'm going to pick. The moon. Oh. This goes with the type of things that you can choose to do with your partner in the future, and that is to kind of follow along on your intuition. So if you're thinking, this movie just came out, I really want to go see it, but I don't think they're going to be that into it, you can still propose it to them, but don't get your heart set on that particular movie, right? Because you're kind of following your intuition, so you're going to know what you want, but also tap into already knowing what they want too without even asking. Same goes for the way that you talk and communicate, because I want to go back to that for a second. If you feel as though your partner's had a very difficult day and you're just picking up on that vibe, perhaps they haven't even told you that they've had a hard day. You're going to want to go light on the conversation and then choose a time when you know that they're going to be a little bit more open to talk. A lot of times when people get home from work or they've been gone for a certain period of time, people want to engage when they get home. But a lot of times the ones who are entering the residence needs a minute, right? So if you are intuitively picking up on your partner just needing some space for a little while so they can get into the energy of the current vibe in the home, then that's something you're going to want to give to them as well. Let's see. And just to tap in one more time to my single friends out there, these are all really important tools for when you start, you know, seeing someone new. Because I can tell you, I've been with my mate for over 20 years now, just shy over 20 years, and we are still learning. We are, but without learning, without implementing things such as this, you can easily, you know, grow apart or fall apart. And, you know, I'm seeing that there's something to still strive for here, something to still work on. And that's what this layout is really showing us today. Thank you so much for being a part of my world here at Adelle Mitchell channel. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, so I can, you know, bring more guidance to you, support, love, whatever you need. Please come this way, and I'm sure you'll be able to find what you're seeking through future videos, and even past ones too. If you haven't checked out that I posted, they are timeless. I want to thank you again, and I wish you a very blessed day.